Ese no, ese ponerlo ahí, pues es mío. Ese era de mi colección en español.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Llevo.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuddha Parakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Shagrayatam Shahagana Ragunatanditam Sadvam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Shahagana Lalita Shri Shakanvitam Scha Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namde Gauratishe Namaha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostite Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Suterini Pranamami Hari Priye Vindayai Tulasi Devi Vindayai Kesavachacha Krishna Bhakti Pradi Devi Satyabhatya Namo Namaha Ora Premanandi Hari Bol Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakti Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Koti Prayasho Suraballaka Harer Upasane Svediri Chitravat Sata Svasyatmana Shakyura Shesha Dehinam Shamanyata Kim Vishayo Papat Danai. 7th canto, 7th chapter, text number 38. What Prahlad learned in the womb. O my friends, sons of the Asuras, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his super soul feature, always exists within the cores of the hearts of all living entities. Indeed, he is the well-wisher and friend of all living entities, and there's no difficulty in worshiping the Lord. Why then should people not engage in his devotional service? Why are they so addicted to unnecessarily producing artificial paraphernalia for sense gratification? Purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. What a beautiful verse, 5,000 years ago. Producing artificial paraphernalia for sense gratification. You go to any market, everywhere you see artificial paraphernalia. There's no end to it. Because the personality of Godhead is supreme, no one is equal to him and no one is greater than him. Nonetheless, if one is a devotee of the supreme personality of Godhead, the Lord is easily obtainable. The Lord is compared to the sky because the sky is vast, yet within the reach of all, not only of human beings, but even of the animals. So beautiful, the sky. The sky embraces us. The sky is sky, and sky is around me. I'm walking in the sky. I'm part protected by him. The Supreme Lord, in his Paramatma feature, exists as the best well-wisher and friend. As confirmed in the Vedas, Sa Yu Jo Shakyayu. The Lord, in his super soul feature, always stays in the heart along with the living entity. The Lord is so friendly to the living entity that he remains within the heart so that one can always contact him without difficulty. We cannot believe it, If you believe in Krishna consciousness, you can talk to God personally. He's right there listening in your heart. Oh my Lord, I'm such a fool, I'm such a rascal, I'm such a fallen soul. Please, please rescue me. Give me the chance to associate with your devotees and do service. You can talk like this to him. Of course, if you talk to him like that, please also do it. Not only talk to him and then do the opposite. One can do this simply by devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Parasevanam. As soon as one hears of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna Kirtana, one immediately comes in touch with the Lord. A devotee immediately comes in touch with the Lord by any or all of the items of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Parasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasi. Shakyam Atmani Vedanam. Therefore, there's no difficulty in coming in contact with the Supreme Lord. Koti Prayayasha. On the other hand, going to hell requires great endeavor. If one wants to go to hell by illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication, he must acquire so many things. For illicit sex, he must arrange for money for brothels. For meat eating, he must arrange for many slaughterhouses. For gambling, he must arrange for casinos and hotels. And for intoxication, he must open many breweries. Clearly, therefore, if one wants to go to hell, he must endeavor very much. But if he wants to return home back to Godhead, there's no difficulty whatsoever. To go back to Godhead, one may live alone anywhere in any condition and simply sit down, meditate upon the super soul, and chant and hear about the Lord. Thus, there's no difficulty in approaching the Lord. Adanta kupir vishatam tamishram. Because of inability to control the senses, one must go through great endeavor to go to hell. But if one is sensible, he can very easily obtain the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because the Lord is always with him. By the simple method of Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, the Lord is satisfied. Indeed, the Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tataham Bhakti Uparitam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. One can meditate upon the Lord anywhere and everywhere. Thus Prahlad Maharaj advised his friends, the sons of the demons, to take this path back home, back to Godhead, without difficulties. Just to increase a little bit, I will also read the next verse. One's riches, beautiful wife and female friends, one's sons and daughters, one's residence, one's domestic animals like cows, elephants, and horses, one's treasury, economic development, and sense gratification. Indeed, even the lifetime in which one can enjoy all these material opulences are certainly temporary and flickering. Since the opportunity of human life is temporary, what benefit can these material opulences give to a sensible man who has understood himself to be eternal? Every time I read the Bhagavatam, I am astonished. I am shaken. I become emotional. Wow, the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Srimad Bhagavatam is something so beautiful and so extraordinary that there's no comparison. I remember my mother, when I gave the books of Srila Prabhupada to her, one of her complaints was that Srila Prabhupada always repeats himself. There's a lot of repetition. Of course, if you write 80 books about the same subject from all different kinds of angles, there must be lots of repetition, especially Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. This will always be repeated because that is the standard procedure of getting out. It's like you may be living in a prison and there's only one door. So you can have many escape routes, but in the end you have to go through the door if you want to get out of that place. So in this way, we can talk so much about the material world, but if we want to get out of the material world, we have to go out through that door. So the door of devotion, to the door of repentance, this door of gratefulness, thankfulness. My Lord, you have saved me, you have come and given me. So in this way, plus when we're talking about repetition, every day you go to sleep, every day you take some food, every day you stretch your body, every day you do so many things every day. All the time you're breathing. So why not repeating the holy name? Let the holy name be around as our breath is coming in and out. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You see, I'm chanting and breathing at the same time. As a matter of fact, I can only chant because I'm breathing. If I would have no breath in my lungs, I would not be chanting either. I'll be dead. So the breath, the prana is also Krishna's energy. And by the pranayama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. One mantra out, one mantra in. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You see, it's almost one mantra in, one mantra out. It's beautiful, no? So easy to make pranayama. So, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. So, my dear son of demons, Prahlad said, I mean, they were all the sons of demons because Amalka and Sunanda, they were the sons of Shukracharya. They were the big bosses of the university of demons. They were like identical as sending somebody to Germany to study in the TU and into the huge university of Sorbonne or Harvard. They are all the schools of the of the demons. And everybody thinks, oh, my son went to Sorbonne. Oh, that's very prestigious. It's not prestigious. You know what the French are all about? I mean, I don't want to speak bad about the French because the Germans, they're worse. They attacked and mistreated the French in the Second World War like anything, so we better shut up. But I'm not German and I'm not French, but what the French did in Africa, how they exploited the Africans systematically in so many countries where they had so-called colonies. Horrible, horrible. Yes, they're very, very much demon cultures, demon traditions, demon governments. But what to say? You see, maybe you are a good guy, but if you associate with the bad guys, most likely you will also start doing things like the bad guys. To be a very outstanding saint in the assembly of demons is very rarely found. Usually the saints stay with the saints and the demons stay with the demons. Now, how much difference is there between a saint and a demon? A demon can certainly become a saint. And if a saint is not careful and gets badly associated, he can also become a demon. So let's be very, very compassionate with the demons because they're nothing more but deviated from the best path of life. Plus, if we are thinking too much, the demons, then where's our compassion for preaching? Last not least, we were all demons before we came to Krishna consciousness. Anytime you start eating a cow, you're a demon. I have met very few people in the Krishna conscious movement in the West who never ate meat, who never did wrong things. I have not met. So we were all coming from a demoniac background. Like Prabhupada makes it clear, you go to hell. And very interesting what he says. If you want to enjoy illicit sex, you have to get so many things. Number one, you have to get money. Then you have to go and pay for brothels because you cannot show your illicit sex in public. So you have to go and hide with it. You go to a motel and all these things. And so illicit sex means heavy expenditure. Then he says, when you want to get meat, you have to get slaughterhouses, ghastly operations, ghastly, bringing innocent animals, bringing them in, cutting them to pieces, packaging their meat, and that immediately starts rotting. As soon you know what dead bodies smell like, no? When there's a dead body outside, it's a horrifying smell. So that's called putrefaction. So as soon as a person dies, the cells start decaying. So they have to keep them cool, huh? Like they put the dead people in the morgue when they in a freezer, because they want to still look at him or something like that, or want to do some medical check how he died. So you have to freeze it, deep freeze. Then the decay is slower. But anyway, there's decay. And plus in the body of the dead animal is adrenaline. Because when the animal started realizing that it's going to be killed, it's filled with fear. Fear, 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 fear. Just like you. If I put you in a room and I'm coming with a knife and I'm stabbing you, you will become so afraid, and all your body will produce adrenaline. No, don't stab me, don't stab me. And then finally, if the person is killed by the stabbing, then his body is full of adrenaline. So this adrenaline becomes a poison of aggression, and I don't know what else it does to a person. So these slaughterhouses and all this, all these arrangements for killing, they are big trouble, but big trouble. Plus, you see, they have to grow so much grain to feed to make the animals fat for the slaughterhouses. I mean, the whole humanity economical situation of today is a total disaster. Economical, environmental, from every point of view, it is a huge disaster. But they just go on eating meat. They hardly discuss it. It was my Guru Deva who really started the vegetarian movement as a positive way. And many people have adopted it. Yes, there's vegan and vegetarians in many places now, but they have no philosophy. Usually they just don't eat meat, but they don't have really an idea that this is my brother. He he had to take birth in an animal body, and if I don't be careful, I may also be an animal. No, they don't have. They just say, "Oh, we are vegetarians." Of course, some are Buddhists, some are this, some are that. Different influences are there, but basically, the way Prabhupada made us vegetarians was love. You cannot eat your brothers. You cannot do that. So in order to eat meat, to make this hellish progress, we have to make so many difficulties and create such a terrible environment in the world. Amazingly terrible environment in the world. For what? For what? Tell me. Only to have flesh in your mouth, because as soon as it goes in your belly, it becomes some problem. It becomes the cause of cancer and so many things. So we would consider that doing this is simply a degree of madness. But is the whole world mad? It looks like it, no? Unnecessarily they kill so many animals. Unnecessarily they cut so many trees. Unnecessarily they produce soya with all kinds of Monsanto poisons so that they can create more poisonous meat. Oh, no. That's what's the reality. That's what is the actual reality with this troublesome meat production. And I very much appreciate Tolstoy's commentary that as long as there's slaughterhouses, there will be battlefields. Well, the proof of the matter is we have a United Nations, but there's one battlefield after the other. And the battlefields are more cruel than ever. What happened in Gaza, that is so cruel, it is unbelievable. 2 million people just thrown out of their houses, either life or death, but just get out there. The amount of miseries in Gaza, we cannot even imagine it. And it's going on in front of the view of the whole world, even the Muslims. Because all the people in Gaza, they're Muslims, no? All the Muslim world. They're not going into action. They're not going into defense. Only a few Houthis, with the money of Iran, they shoot a few rockets into Israel as in protest. But that doesn't change the situation, you know. But otherwise, the whole Muslim world, what about Pakistan? What about Turkey? What about Indonesia? Why don't they say, if you kill our people in Gaza, we will retaliate to you? No. They're just saying, and nothing, and they do nothing. So in other words, where there's slaughterhouses, there will be battlefields. That is, we are seeing it. It is going on all the time. There's so many wars going on, we don't even know about it. They're not even showing up in the newspapers. All the insurgents, all the guerrilla fighters in all the different African countries, you know why they're there? Because the Africans want to become independent from the colonialism, and the French and the other colonialists, they don't want that. So they are financing guerrilla groups to create slaughter of human beings there in order to maintain power and their grip on the natural resources. Half an hour late. What is the reason? I don't understand it. So, what about gambling? Gambling. They have to make casinos. They have to make all kinds of sophisticated arrangement, lotteries. And it's like the gambling is the big illusion. Oh, yes, we are going to have a very
easy money.
A very easy money, yes. And you all participate, and yes, it's a big show. And in this way, gambling is maintained at a high cost, and many people lose everything. Many people go for gambling. Gambling is an addiction. So you have a little money from your family, your house, people gamble. Look at the story of Yudhishthira. He lost everything in gambling. So we know what gambling can take to big disasters. So then, what about the last one, which is intoxication? For intoxication, we have the Mexican narco mafia, Colombian narco mafia, Central Dominican narco mafia. We have the so-called drug control by the United States, which are actually the greatest drug dealers. They're the drug dealers. They are coordinating. You know that the United States are coordinating through the, I forgot the name of the institution there for the drug control. And through that, they're managing the mafias because they're having the consumer part. They have the USA in many places for consuming the drugs. What's the use of producing drugs if there's nobody to pay for them? So those who pay for the drugs, they become robbers, stealers, addicted, so many negative things. Drugs destroy existence. Fentanyl now is making people walking in the streets like zombies. No, it is intoxication. And what about the alcohol intoxication? That is such an incredible industry. And it's everywhere. Everywhere is producing alcohol. It is just most boring and most damaging type of. And what to speak when people get drunk and they do wrong things? When they start raping, stealing, beating up their family, the amount of hellishness. So here Prabhupada says, it's so easy to go to become Krishna conscious. You give up all these hellish activities which just create problems in this world and in your life. You just give them up and you turn to Krishna consciousness. And then everything becomes so beautiful and so simple. You can practice this with love. A paper. With love, with love, we can overcome all difficulties, all pains, all unhappy things. Everything can be overcome by love. Love is a medicine. Love is real life. Love is hope. And love is coming towards us by Krishna. That's Germany. Two people are running at full speed. And can I get a piece of paper?
Bathroom there is lota, no paper. Kitchen.
Sorry for that. That was not planned, but mucus is a part of the death story. That's why King Kula Shekhar said, I want to die now, while my mind is clear and I know what I'm having to think about and what to pray about. So my Lord, let my mind go down into the at your lotus feet and let me give up this body now, because at the moment of death only mucus will come, will fill my nose and my mouth, and I will be choking, and then I will not be able to think of you. So therefore I pray that I may leave this body now in this present condition of remembering your lotus feet. Anyhow, so the most beautiful part about Krishna consciousness is that you can talk to Krishna. You can talk to Krishna, you can talk to Krishna's devotees, you can talk to your Gurudev through the Paramatma, because the Paramatma is also Guru, he's Chaitya Guru. You can talk to Radharani, also through the Paramatma. You can talk to Nityananda, also through Paramatma. You have a lot of beautiful people you can talk to, and they are there to help you. Actually, they want to help you. There's nothing more beautiful and more important for Krishna than to bring you closer to him. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yume bhaktya prayachati. That verse, that shloka was quoted by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. But he twice says it, only with love, Only with love. Here, this is the question. That is why the intellectuals, they're failing us. The intellectuals, they're failing us. Why? Because they try to substitute love with logic. No love, logic. Starts with L-O. Logic. Logic means the power of reasoning, the power of assimilating, assessing, calculating, making arrangements, intrigues, writing books about it, getting theses for doctor titles, Nobel Prizes, inventions. But all that without love for God, without love for the animals, without love for the other human beings, without love for the earth. Oh well, sometimes they will make some sentimental appreciation, but when you're a materialist, you have no love, because you're in the mood of exploitation. And if you're an impersonalist, you have no love, because you're in the mood of indifference. Indifference and exploitation, they are poison for love. You get that? You want to become the supreme by giving up your individuality, and you also want to eliminate everybody else's individuality in a way, at least the one of God, because you don't want to go, I'll go to Mukti. God is higher than Mukti, but I don't care for him. No, they say, I'm going for Mukti because God is Mukti. He's Mukti. We are all Mukti. We are all God. So this type of indifference, there's no space for love. Whatever sentimental love they may proclaim, this is fake. This is no real love. So Krishna says, only with love. I only want your love. I don't want your money, man. I don't want anything except your love. But then if you do give your love to me, then what about your money? What about your time? What about your renouncing certain unwanted things? Because also the devotee has to. For example, we have to renounce prajalpa. Prajalpa, gossip. That is very, very bad. Did you know this? Really? Did he do that? How many times? No. Wow. Huh? That is really, I won't tell anybody. Hey, did you hear? I'm not supposed to tell you, but, because you're my good friend, I have to tell you. I can't keep hiding from you. What? Well, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Oh, I will not go to Mangalartik after that news. And gossip, and that Srila Prabhupada, he explained it like this. Nonsense thoughts breed nonsense talks, breeds nonsense action, breeds birth, disease, old age, and death. Again, repeat with me. Nonsense thought breeds nonsense talk, breeds nonsense action, breeds birth, disease, old age, and death. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
For preaching? Because gossiping is such a popular thing. Oh, he's like this. Oh, he's like that. Oh, this or that. All the mayas come in. Why somebody is not coming to Bhagavatam class? There's only one reason. His mind is full of nonsense thoughts. He's so much nonsense thought. Like one of the nonsense thoughts is, well, you know, the devotees are not so nice. Or whatever, that you create any kind of stupid thoughts about others. I mean, I hear it every day. I repeat to you, I have spent the last 50 years of my life, 50% just making peace amongst devotees, matching them up when they're like, for no good reason. Devotees have no reason to fight for anything because it's only, okay, who's going to do the Arctic tomorrow? You, no. Well, if you don't want to do Arctic, please don't do Arctic. Because Krishna will not like it that somebody comes in his altar. Hey, Krishna, they sent me, I have to do this Arctic, otherwise I get no food here. Here, take your incense, what, a flower also? Okay, take a flower. Oh God, I have to go to my Prajalpa session. No, you think Krishna wants to be worshipped like that? Or he wants somebody to cook for him like that? Or no, Krishna wants loving things. Like you also. If somebody comes to you and says, I want to enjoy you, like a man goes to a beautiful woman, says, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty, I want to enjoy you, I want to hug you, I want to, only one time. One time? What do you mean one time? Because then I'll be busy with other persons. Huh? You want to enjoy me. That's why there is a sacred vow. You get to know a woman, then you decide to marry, then you get the blessings from everybody, and then only after the fire sacrifice, only then are you allowed to have a sexual contact with her. What is a sexual contact? It means planting your seed in her womb to produce another beautiful child. That is not done like today, overnight, a few pills, a little that, a little there. We have made sex so cheap that there's no hope for the children. The children get aborted. The children get neglected. It is very, very terrible. So, therefore, Krishna doesn't want to be dealt with like that. Let me enjoy you one day, Krishna. No. If you want to be his devotee, if you want to love Krishna, you have to take him very serious. Actually, it says that God is also jealous. What does that mean? He wants you for him. Krishna wants you for him. He doesn't want to share you with Maya. But Maya comes to test. She says, hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. I'm missing you so much. You have gone to the temple and gone to the classes. You have gone to the Arctics. But you must be a little bit tired. And I'm waiting for you. Because you will always be my exclusive friend for pleasure. I'm just waiting for you. And then the mind says, no, Maya, I will not come to you. I know your tricks. I stay with Krishna. I tell you, because when I go with you, I'm always degrading myself. I'm always doing nonsense. No, Maya, sorry. I'm sticking with my Maha Mantra and I'm sticking with the devotees. And Maya says, yeah, I'll come back a little later. Just wait and see what these devotees are really all about. Just wait and see when you see that how envious they are of you and how this and how that. Oh yes, huh? And then you go in the temple. I'm really a good devotee, am I not? I rejected Maya and I came to the temple. And then the temple commander says, Prabhu, please help me. Please help me. I have a lot of things to do. And then your mind goes, me? Why me? Why always me? You know, Srila Bhakti Balabtirtha Maharaj, he gave the 6 excuses for not doing service. The 6 type of escapes from service, very funnily. You remember them? Okay,
maybe not all of them, but
let's.
I remember some.
Okay, let's find out what are the 6 escapees. Huh?
The first one is who get the service and give it to someone else.
Okay. No, but he had a special name for each one.
No. You will do it better.
No.
I have the concept in my head, but not
Okay.
the order.
Now for tomorrow's class, you research it. You find it
Where?
in the internet, my friend. Because the one was the arrow. The arrow is that Gurudev says, please, can you help me do this thing? Yes, Gurudev, of course. Yes. And he goes off like an arrow, but he never comes back. And service is not getting done. The other one was the bumblebee. The bumblebee is, Gurudev says, my dear disciple, can you do some service? And he says, why always me? Why always me? Why always me? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, but there were very beautiful expressions. I don't remember them all, but I want to rehearse them. They're very good. So then the other one is, Gurudev says, can you please do this service? I need this to be done. He says, yes. Then he goes around to the next one. Gurudeva just said he wants this service to be done. Can you please do it? So he turns it over to somebody else. That's number 3. Let's say what else is. Always me. Huh? Astrologer, no.
He always waiting for the perfect time to do service, just when it's good for him. No.
That's the number 6. You invented one more. Let me first go to the astrologer to see whether it is convenient for me to do this service now. Yeah, you definitely invented a new one. Yes, going to astrologer for devotees is just a disturbance. That is a fact. They never help you to become more devotee to the spiritual master. So that these are all the things that Maya is trying to entice you from the front, from the back, from under, from above. When you want to go to sleep, Maya, ding, 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 all kinds of stupid thoughts come up. Shh, get away, I want to sleep. Oh yes, you can sleep with me. I have some nice thoughts, and the mind goes, no, get out! Radhe, nitai, Prabhupada. And the mind says, haha, you think you got me, huh? Wait a second, no? I mean, Maya is so tricky, she can come into your mind, you say Krishna, she says Maya, and swallows you. It's amazing. So, in other words, Krishna sends Maya to test whether you really want to be his. This is the test. Because if there's no test, I guess then we would be, it would be too cheap. Our devotion would be too shallow. So therefore this test of Maya is there. I mean, we are envious, all of us. We came, Icha Dvesha Samudena Dvandva Mohina Bharata. We came to this world overcome by all these nasty tendencies of being my desires, I want. You see, If you want to know how bad Maya is, then you please listen to my story. There's many stories like this in almost every family. When the elders die, the children end up in court over the properties. There was one gentleman, he loved his wife and he loved his daughter, but he was very rich and he didn't want to pay any taxes. So, very smart, he put his house and his car and his bank account in the name of his daughter. So then he didn't have to pay many type of taxes, and then he died. So he only had one daughter. Daughter, wife, they go to the funeral, and father is there, he's gonna be now buried and everything. Now the daughter asks mother, "Mother, where are you gonna live now?" And mother looks at the daughter. "What do you mean? We're living in our house." "Sorry, mother, this house is now mine and you can't live there anymore." And the mother goes, What? What did you just say? Can't live there anymore. He said, "Okay, then I will go and buy myself an apartment." Then the daughter says, "From what money are you going to buy an apartment?" "All the money father left for me." And the mother said, "Oh, what am I going to do now?" You know what she did? She joined our temple. She became a devotee, the mother. Left out in nothing with nothing. This happening, this so-called family love, is so fake. So fake over little money. And unfortunately, even God brothers are sometimes like this with each other. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes God brothers are very harsh with each other. They want to take advantage of circumstances, or they make politics against one or the other to have more favor, more power, more control in their side, especially if there's properties involved, comfort zones are involved. That's why I am very happy that I can take the part of helping our future mission, being completely aware and completely still, well, not so completely, but being still kind of conscious of what's going on, that everyone will respect the others and there'll be space for everyone to preach with full power and not waste their time in petty fights and petty, greedy, envious, getting in the way of others' happiness. That is a big reason, because, and I must tell you, I mean, I've spent much of my life in South America, and I love the South Americans. I love the Argentines, I love the Chileans, I love the Peruvians. I love them dearly. I've not spent my whole life there if I wouldn't have loved them. But that does not mean that they are not very, very fighting spirits. They have very little solidarity. At least, not like ants. Ants, they all work together, no? But the human beings, and especially you see the one country to the other, they don't have much sympathy. Oh, the Argentines, all the this. There's so many mundane influence still in the minds, disturbing our preaching, our pure preaching. And therefore, I knew, or I know, if they are not getting established with autonomous blessings, then instead of encouraging each other to preach, they will just discourage and cut everything to pieces. So for that reason, I'm very, very happy that I have still some time to look after those beautiful children, that there will really be beautiful representatives of Srila Prabhupada, who is our beautiful master, so that the future will be that they'll be understood. You see, Vaishnavism is not institutional. There aren't such a thing as an institution. There's only parivar. And parivar means family. But it is not a blood family. It is a love family. Family is only there where there's love. As soon as there's no love, there is no family. What to speak of institution, but it is written on this paper and it was signed 80 years ago. Forget it. There's no paper and there's nothing written and signed. It's a love family. Family, parivar without love is not parivar. Sampradaya without siddhanta is not sampradaya. It's hodgepodge. That's why Prabhupada gives us so many books to show us what is our siddhanta. So we can read it every time, the same, surrender, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam. Always the same advices, no? But we need to repeat the same advice so that when the moment comes that we are in problem, we will remember the advice. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, devotional service, preaching. So I make this point. Family without love is no family. It may be a blood connection, but if there's no love, there's no family. Family will not drag your brother to the court and speak lies in order to take their inheritance, falsified signatures on falsified wills, and all kinds of troubles you can hear everywhere from everywhere. It's not that in 1,000 families such a case may appear 3 times. No. You may, in 1,000 cases, there may be 3 families where there's no disputes, that they're happily sharing everything. I was very lucky. In my family, when my parents died, there was absolutely 0 conflict between the brothers and sisters. And you know why? Because my father didn't leave anything behind. Nothing of any importance he left behind. We were rather happy if somebody would take things so that they will not be thrown away. So this is a fact. So I cannot say that we are better because we managed well. No, we just didn't have anything to worry about. How to share. And it's a fact, you know. Everywhere, every family tells you that how much struggle is there for the inheritance. Anyhow, that is life. And also when money comes to us, Maya comes to us. How many disciples I've had, they were quite nice until they got their inheritance. When they got their inheritance, they became very independent and they say, yes, Gurudeva, now I want to go to Thailand and I want to think a little bit about it. And then I've not seen the Gold Coast of Australia either. See you later, Gurudeva. When they had no money, no, they were saying, okay, let's go on Sankirtan. Let's open a new temple. Let's do this. Let's do that. So money is a big testing testing element. And Krishna is not interested in your money. He's only interested in your love. So the real tests of Maya, they come with the money, they come with the choice, pleasure or seva. Selfish pleasure or seva. What do you choose? And selfish pleasure, that's Maya's agency. And seva is Radharani's agency. So if we bring all this, what I'm talking here, down to our Berlin temple, now I won't continue. That is up to you to keep working it out and to applying it to the diverse circumstances. But every temple, including our Berlin temple, is a training ground. It is where we, each and every one of us, learns what is bhakti, what is karma jnana, yoga, or pure bhakti. What is it? What is it what motivates you? And what is it what motivates us to continue to keep open a temple for the service? Because the temple is open for the service. Service to others. Only by serving others will we be accepted in the realm of service to Krishna. So it doesn't matter who you serve, you have to serve. You have to serve your guru, you have to serve your god brothers, you have to serve the new devotees, you have to serve your disciples, you have to serve the common people, you have to serve Mother Nature, whoever you serve, but you must serve. If you're not served, immediately you become a nonsense. This is, and of course, we are also serving ourselves, because when we serve others, we serve ourselves. If we don't serve others, we just go for enjoyment of whatever, we are doing a disservice for ourselves. What is illicit sex? A disservice for myself. What is meat eating? A disservice for myself. What is intoxication? A disservice for myself. What is gambling? A disservice for myself. All the sinful activities are disservices for myself. And there's nothing to argue about. It's not like, well, maybe yes, maybe no. No. That's what it is. Now you adapt your life accordingly. And you have still a chance to argue with me. That's why I ask you, is any question or any argument? Come on, bring out your excuses so we can smash them to smithereens. And there's no more excuses for you not to come to class on time, for not going to Mangal Artik, for not being preachers, because you come to class and you come to Artik. That's only one little part. The real part is that you have to become a preacher. You have to become a representative of Srila Prabhupada. 100%. Your Guru Deva, he's already with Krishna. Now, who is going to represent him? If not you. If not you. Who is going to represent our Guru Dev if not we? So it is not a joke, maybe. Is our divine duty. And not only in the morning, in the evening again. We have to come together and we have to preach, or even better, go out and preach somewhere else. Preach in a university, preach in a school, preach in a club, preach to the drunkard in the street, but preach. Preach, because that is what sharing is all about. Because we, if it wasn't for Srila Prabhupada, we would be the drunkards in the street, most likely. With this, I close my motion. Open platform for your arguments. or questions? Yes,
Do we
Govinda.
have automatically to preach? That means
Absolutely not. What a nonsense idea is this? We were sent out to preach. The first day we came to the temple, I joined at 9 o'clock at night, and on 11 o'clock next morning I was out on Sankirtan. There was not even a 24-hour gap between joining and preaching. And I never stopped. And of course, a few months later, they asked me to give the first class, the Sunday feast class. I was like, yeah. There's nobody else. You have to give the class. The guests are sitting there. Okay? This is called the Pancharatrika Guru. He comes in because there's need for a guru. There's need for gurus everywhere. He says, only Uttama Adhikari can initiate, and we are very sorry, there's no Uttama Adhikaris available, so bye-bye. Huh? What a nonsense idea is that? Not supported at all by Prabhupada's teachings or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, each and everyone should hope that I will become an Uttama Adhikari by my surrender. That's a different story. When degrees are given, when explanations are given of this high, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, down, the ones on 5 should go to 4, the ones of 4 should go to 3, the ones of 3 should go to 1, 2, the ones of 2 should go to 1. Yes, that's for us to work on our own self. But have you ever heard of the Adhikar thermometer? The one you put under the arm, and then you pull out, oh, Kanishta, Kanishta. Huh? There's nine degrees, 9 different ones. So Kanishta, 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 Madhyam Kanishta, Uttama Kanishta, Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam Madhyam. And then it's Uttama Kanishta, Uttama Madhyam, and Uttam. So where's the thermometer? How do you know? Are we going to look at each other and say, oh, this guy, bald head, tilak, well, he's probably some Madhyam Kai. Huh? How are you going to tell? Huh? Can anybody read anybody other's mind? So this is all the nonsense proposal. We have to follow our Gurudev and preach to the maximum potential. And if we are not sincere, if we are hypocrites, then we will also be pulled by the ear. Krishna will not let us be hypocrites without chastisement. But we have to try not to be hypocrites, not to be sincere, and to serve to our best level capacity. Agreed?
yeah.
Thank you. Another question? Another argument? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.